Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christian, also known as I Am Simply K. And if you're new here, I like to talk about all things fashion, beauty, and living an intentional lifestyle. And sometimes I will show you bits and pieces of vlogs and moments from my life living in my 20s as a DMV girl. And so I will definitely take you along with that. Excited to kind of get back into my creative bag. And if you don't follow me already, my social handles is _ I Am Simply K. And yeah, so today's video is all about, obviously, I have moved. So if you've been following me on Instagram, you know that I moved back in February. And I moved not too far from my house, from where I moved from, which is my mom's house. And I am here now. And so I want to show you kind of like what my place looks like right now as it is today. It's not fully furnished, so don't come for me and don't judge. But I kind of just want to show you what it looks like and kind of take you along that journey of like decorating and honestly just becoming more of myself, which is what I feel like this apartment has done for me. And I'll get into more of that later, but like let's get into like my moving story and all that jazz. Okay, so I do have my notes here so that I don't ramble, but also so that I can kind of touch on the points that I want to share with you. So first and foremost, when and why I moved. So I moved back in February. I don't remember the exact date, but I moved in February. And honestly, it was nothing but God, because I myself had it projected that I wanted to move by the spring of 2024. And I ended up moving more so in the winter of 2024. So back in February. And so literally God was like, nope, I have different plans for you. And quicker and sooner than I had expected. So I thought that was really cool, because honestly, you'll never be ready to kind of leave the nest. And that's kind of how I feel, but you can definitely prepare. I literally was working a job that I've been working for the past 2 or 3 years or so since I've been at the organization. And I was waiting to kind of figure out when there was going to be an opening at my job. And luckily, thankfully to God, there was an opening. And so I had already kind of figured out like, okay, once I move up in the company, I will eventually be able to afford my own place, because y'all know the DMV is not cheap. It kind of happened quicker and sooner than I had anticipated, but I was already like planning and visualizing in my head all along. It's interesting because I had a few places in mind that I wanted to visit, but the place that I'm currently in was a brand new building. And I was like, okay, like, should I continue to look around, or should I just take a unit that nobody has ever lived in before and let this be literally a fresh start, a fresh journey for me? And of course, my mom is my best friend, and so I was asking her, and I honestly just felt like this was a really quiet moment in my life where it was just between me and God. And then I allowed my mom to like, kind of give me her opinion as well, but I felt like it was a moment to like really be quiet. And sometimes I'm realizing the older I get, you're gonna have those moments where it's just between you and God, like your decisions, your conversations, your opinions, like your next move, what things that you want to do is just between you and God. And I feel like that was the start of that journey for me. So like I said, I was asking my mom for opinions on like, okay, should I look at other buildings as well? Just so I could have like a variety of places that I've looked at. But she was like, why would you do that? If like this place is brand new from the ground up, nobody has lived in here, like you would be the very first tenant to be in this unit. And all these units, honestly, everybody that lives here. So like, why not just take that one? And I was like, you know what? Work smarter, not harder. You're right. That is exactly what I did. And so no one has ever lived in this unit before. So I feel super duper blessed, because it's literally clean slate, very beginning of my journey as like, honestly, as a true adult, being able to pay bills and kind of being on your own. And I don't live far from my mom, so like I still have her here for me, and my family literally lives in the area that I live in. And so yeah, like I just feel like it's a great beginning for me. And most importantly, because I took the risk. Like I didn't feel fully prepared. God obviously had these moves aligned for me quicker than I had anticipated for myself. And so I just took that leap of faith, and I'm here, and I've been here ever since. And why I moved, honestly, just because I felt like it was just time. I love my mom and I love living with my mom, but I was just ready to grow, and my mom was ready for me to grow, and she has been encouraging me to grow. And I have been just talking about it for a really long time. And so I was just ready to kind of take that leap and honestly just do it before I get married, before I have kids, and want to live by myself, learn more about myself, the good sides, the bad sides, and everything in between. And so that's mainly the main reason why I moved. It had nothing to do with like living with my mom or anything like that. I was just ready to spread my wings and fly. And so that is the reason why I decided to move. Okay, so some thoughts on moving. I'm not going to give all my thoughts just because I'll be here all day, and we can kind of talk about that more in later videos as I continue my like moving series and just like living alone in my apartment, my very first apartment, in further, you know, future videos. But just a couple thoughts on like moving. I haven't been I haven't been nervous, mainly because when there was nothing in here in this apartment at all, I had my grandma pray over my apartment, and I feel like ever since then, no problem. So of course I have like a little buzzer thing that like if somebody were to try to open the door or something, like of course, you know, it would go off, and like I have like some type of security system here. I am, you know, confident in here. I am good. I know people that live in the building, as well as just meeting, you know, different people that live here, my neighbors and so forth. So not afraid or anything like that. So I'm very happy about that. I have been feeling kind of lonely here and there, but I'm also learning how to enjoy my own time and enjoying being in my own space. And I am enjoying just being alone sometimes. Like sometimes I'll be in here and I like won't even have the TV on as background noise. Sometimes I won't have music playing. I just want to be in my own thoughts and just be to myself. And so I'm learning that, and I don't know. Sometimes I get lonely just because I'm used to always talking to my friends and things like that. But I do realize that adulting is adulting, and, you know, adulting is singledom, and it is, you know, kind of a lonely slope the older you get. Moments living alone, I've learned that things in the kitchen don't always need to be aesthetically pleasing. I did, you know, when I was moving here, like I literally wanted things to look very nice and chic, which my kitchen does. I'm going to show it to you later. It does look very chic, but like I also need things like utensils that are functioning and functional. And one time my dad and my brother and I were making a meal here, and literally my can opener, beautiful can opener, very aesthetically pleasing, but doesn't work worth anything. And so my dad was like, I mean, this stuff is cute and everything, but it doesn't work. So like you can't cook meals if it doesn't work. So that's one thing that I'm learning, that like I need things that are functional and that don't just only, you know, work, but they also are cute too, but not just because it's cute, but they actually work. And so, yeah, that's kind of like my thing. Like I just was thinking, you know, when you get a new apartment, you're like, okay, everything needs to look so aesthetically pleasing. It needs to be super pretty and everything. And it's just like, okay, yeah, girl, like you can do that, but it also needs to like be functional. You need to be able to use it. Let me see. Another thing that I've learned since I've moved here is when you have, like, when you're by yourself, you're going to constantly have like laundry to do. You gotta, you know, plan everything out because you're doing literally everything on your own. Sometimes my mom and I do cook meals together, so that's always helpful. But like cleaning up this place and everything, it's not a big place at all, but when it's your first apartment, you feel like this is a mansion, okay? So like you feel like, oh my god, like I just cleaned this up, like I gotta clean it again. You know, you gotta constantly be doing your laundry. So it's like, it's really good to be organized. And I've learned that I am an organized person and I really cannot live in chaos. It's okay if things are not perfect. Nothing is perfect. And so you gotta kind of have to get over the fact of like, okay, I want this to be like this, because throughout the work week, let me tell you, things are literally in a disarray. Things are going crazy and it's a lot going on. But yeah, it's just like I've learned that I work better in a more organized way. Be able to see a lot of things from a different perspective. Whether that be people, because you're not talking to them as much. You see people's true colors sometimes. Not everybody's going to be happy for you. As well as just like some things that you couldn't see when you're living with other people, they're revealed to you when you're living by yourself, when you are more so in your thoughts, because it's just you and yourself in a space. And so I feel like I have learned a lot about other people that are close to me. I've seen people's true colors, which don't always feel that great, but I mean, it's life, I guess. And but it's definitely been one of the hardest things I've learned. It's like, why didn't I see these things back when I was living at home with my mom? But it's because I was living, and I was living with other people, my brother and my mom, and it was kind of like a shield for me to see like other things that were coming down the road. And I feel like that's kind of like what's happened to me. It's kind of like ripping a band-aid off. I'll add some pictures of when I toured the building and everything, because that was an exciting time. I really felt like I was becoming a real adult, even though adulting can be adulting and life be lifing. But I just really, I enjoyed that part of this journey just because I felt like I was growing up and I was growing into a different level of myself. So another thing that I've really been enjoying doing here is hosting my friends with like impromptu like pre-games before we go to events and things like that. I think that those are the best because it's just like they're not planned. I'm just like, hey y'all, like, you know, come to my house for a little bit, like an hour or so before we have to go to wherever we're going to, so that like we can kind of pre-game here and have a good time. And honestly, those are the best girlfriend moments with my girls. And yeah, I've been enjoying that. So I'll add some clips of that as well. So that's been really fun. And then I hosted a little pregame here also for my birthday when I turned 28. I'll add some clips from that as well. That was really cool. And I like used my island and I made it really cute. And I had like a whole theme. My theme was kind of like a Betty Boop theme. So like I wanted to like wear red. And then I had like a lot of like cheetah print stuff in there. And I had like beautiful candles and we had food. It was great before we went to dinner. And so that was really cool. And I'm like, okay, like I'm kind of trying to tap into my hosting era. So that's really fun too. Show you my space as it is right now. Like I said, it's not fully furnished, it's not completely done yet, but I will kind of give you like my vision and kind of like what I see, you know, for my rooms and like things I want to add, different type of decor that I want to add, and just like making it Christian, okay? Making it me, and how you can do the same but for yourself. Okay, so since we're already in my room and I've already been recording in my room, this is what my room looks like. So hopefully you can see. And so this is my bed, of course. I got this painting or this this wall art from, I can't remember exactly what company I got it from, but I worked with them back when I was living at home with my mom. And so I just kept it and brought it here. And I feel like Vogue is very fitting for me being in this creative and fashion space. And so my mom actually painted my childhood headboard, which is this one right here, this pretty green color, which I love. I'm in my green era. I absolutely love the color green. And so yeah, she did this for me and it was really nice because I didn't have to buy a brand new headboard. I just used my childhood headboard. Over here, I just recently added all of these pictures, pages from the Cut magazine that I got in New York Fashion Week to kind of give me inspo every morning, just to kind of get up, get dressed, and get going. And then this is just like my little nightstand here. I have some hats over here on my dress form. And that's what my dress form looks like. I think my dad got it from like a store that was closing at one point. But these lamps here came from my best friend. So she got them actually as a wedding gift for she and her husband, but they had way too many gifts. So they were like, okay, do you want these as a housewarming gift? And so they gave them to me. And I think they're really cute and they work perfectly in this space. I have like a floating bookshelf that I need to continue to add books to. And then this is like another nightstand. These nightstands both came from my mom's house. So they're from my old room. And then over here, of course, is my actual desk that I had at my old room as a desk, even though I have a desk also in my living room area, but that's not fully done yet either. But yeah, so this is what it's looking like right now. Right here, I got this art from Home Goods, and I think it's really cool because depending on how you look at it, it kind of looks like a high heel shoe. So very fitting for me. And then right here is my chair. It's just kind of like a Sherpa chair that I believe that I got it from Amazon. And then my grandma made this pillow for me. She's really into sewing and hemming and things like that. So she made this pillow for me and I thought it was really cute. And it was just like a different texture from the painting and just kind of adds like, you know, a little edge. And then this is my clothing rack right here. Y'all know that I love a clothing rack. I always talk about clothing racks and how important they are to keep things organized. And then I have some shoes down below. And then obviously this is my TV that my dad mounted. Actually, I actually helped him mount this on the wall. And I have my jewelry here, as well as, you know, some bags here, like my jewelry bags. And then right here is my collection of perfumes. And then right here, I actually need a second one right here of a bookshelf or like this like box spaces here. And I need to go through these. I'm kind of in a transition of like redoing my room a little bit, as well as just like gutting things out, you know, and purging things that I don't want anymore. So I am going to work on that. But I got these boxes from Target and I got this shelf also from Target as well. Next is this area. That is my actual desk. I got this desk that is heavy as everything. My mom and I were able to put it in her car, and then my dad was able to help me pick it up from her car to bring it up here. And we like literally, it took forever to get this up here because it's so doggone heavy. But this is what my desk looks like. It is clear. I love how it's understated. It's like you can see it over here, but you know, because it is transparent, you can't, you know, and it's clear. You know, you don't really see it, but you see it, if that makes sense. And so I got this from Home Goods as well. And I just have my regular, you know, office things, you know, little desk things here, and I am still working on this, but I'm thinking I want to put some artwork here, and I will add the little mood board that I created for myself of like my vision for this space right here to clear, you know, to have something here on the wall, but I don't want too much here because I don't want it to be overly crowded. But yeah, and then my cousin got me this from Amazon, this lamp, and that is my desk area. And then obviously I don't have a chair here at all, so I need to look for a chair ASAP. Next is my couch area. This is my couch that I got from Semi-furnished. And as you see here, the wall is white again right here because I want to put a gallery wall up here of my favorite outfits from myself because I feel like I'm in that era right now. Okay, let me turn you around. So I feel like I'm kind of in that era right now where I want to be inspired by things that I've done in the past. And my outfits is one thing that I like to document. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know I love to do like a neck down photo of like what I wear so that I always can kind of remember how like my style has like evolved over time. And so that is kind of my vision right here. I want to make a gallery wall of my outfits. And so that's something else that I need to add to my to-do list because I haven't worked on it because life be life in it and I just haven't had time to do it. But I am going to work on it, and so I will also add a little picture here at the bottom of the screen of my vision for the gallery wall as well. The blanket, I got that from Home Goods as well, and I thought it was really cute because it adds some color here as well as some texture. And I am planning to add like some other pillows here on the couch. I'm thinking maybe like green, or just take a color from this blanket out so that it will add a extra pop. So that's kind of my plan. But I honestly got these pillows. I love this shade of yellow. It's like a mustard almost. And I got these pillows from Walmart. But right here, as you can see, it's kind of golden hour. But it's this mirror that I got from, I believe I got it from Burlington. And it's cute. At first, I kind of didn't know if I wanted to like get one that was slightly wider. But then if I get one that's slightly wider, I won't be able to actually, you know, use the outlet. But I think it's cool. My friends take pictures. Excuse me, my friends take pictures here and everything. So I think it's cool for right now until I decide to change my mind. But that's me, and I like it here. Okay, as you can see here, I have another chair that I also got from Semi-furnished. And ignore this speaker. This is my dad's that I need it for something. But then I have another gold accent here that I got this lamp from my cousin from her house, and she moved, and so she ended up giving it to me. And then this artwork is also from, I believe, either Burlington or TJ Maxx. Can't exactly remember, but it's really cool. And I have another one on that side. And then here is my TV that my dad also mounted with my brother on this wall. And then I have my entertainment center here. Still trying to figure out what I want to do here to add some pops of color, because I need color. I just can't have everything black and white and like neutrals. But as you can see here, I had like 2 boxes from a brand that gifted me, and then I have my Gucci box here, and then these infinity roses for now. And then of course like my modem and all of that. And then right here, I plan to add some plants here to kind of add some greenery to my place. I did originally have some plants here, but I felt like they were bringing gnats and I needed to change out the soil. So that's the reason why I have taken them out, but I'm gonna bring them back. And there's another picture here. And then obviously my room's right there. And then for some pops of color, I have this green chair that I also ordered from Amazon, but my cousin gave it to me as a housewarming gift. I don't know if it looks like it's green right now on the screen, but yeah, it's definitely like this. It's like a forest green color. So that's kind of like the vibe that I'm going for in this room. And then this is my coffee table that another cousin gifted me for my housewarming. And she got it from Amazon. So as time moves on, you know, I will of course like continue to add things to make this space even more exciting and just more me and very personable. So yeah, so that's what it's looking like right here in here. And then let's get into the kitchen. The sun is starting to go down, but as you can see, this is my kitchen space. And so this is what it looks like. And it's funny because I used to write in my journal all the time that I wanted a kitchen that had white appliances as well as, you know, a nice stove and everything, just like a state-of-the-art type of kitchen. And that's exactly what I got. So I'm very thankful for that. And this is what it looks like. This I got from, I believe, TJ Maxx. Then I have like some like greenery balls in here, and this sticker I always keep here to remind me to always be grateful and thankful, and that I am blessed in all seasons, good and bad. And so that's why I keep that there. And then I just have like some snacks over here. But as you can see, I'm continuing with like the gold accents with this bowl as well as this bowl too. And then my kitchen sink. And then to kind of add personal touches, you guys know that I am a Delta. And so I found this really cute elephant that I like to add here in like the soap area. So this is just like the regular hand soap. And then my stove, of course. And then over here, this is what I mean by things look very aesthetic, but don't always work. So to keep with the gold theme here, I just added, you know, gold utensils here, cooking utensils. And I'm not gonna show you my can opener because that's, you know the story about that already. And then I got this on the same brand that I got the Vogue picture from. Can't exactly remember where I got it from, but I think this is cute and it's a great reminder. Then over here I have like my little wine area. I don't really drink by myself at home like that, but let me turn it around. I don't really drink at home by myself like that. Like I'll drink when my friends come. I kind of drink socially. So, but definitely not a huge drinker. But yeah, I have my wines here for when I do happen to host my friends and we have wine here. So next is my washer and dryer. I actually have a load in here and a load down here. So I'll be working on that after I am done with the video. And then this right here, this closet is just literally just for storage. And then keeping up with the gold again, right here, as you can see, I have another small mirror here that my friends tend to use a lot and I also use for selfies too. And so this came from, I believe, Burlington as well. And so very cute, simple, and it still matches with the flow of like, you know, my gold accents. So now let's get into the bathroom. Next, this is my bathroom. You're gonna be amazed by how big the mirror is, as you can see. So you definitely can take some cool selfies in here and have plenty of space to be able to do my makeup in here. And that's one thing that I really did like about this apartment and this unit specifically is like how big the mirror is. And honestly, all of the units that I checked out had big mirrors like this. Now, I'm not sure if every unit has it like this, but the ones that I checked out, this is what it looked like. And so I just have like, you know, a little bit of greenery here. I think I want to change my vibe in here for the fall, but more to come on that. Hopefully I can get to that eventually. But here is what the sink looks like. I just have like cosmetics and stuff. This is a cosmetic cabinet as well. And then I have little notes over here to remind myself to always choose happiness and choose peace. And then that I am enough. And so hopefully this is a note for you as well as a reminder. And so yeah, that is what it looks like. And then to keep up with the green again, the hints of green throughout my place, I added these little rugs that came from BB. So I have one here and then I also have one there as well. And last but not least, I'm going to save the best for last, which is my closet. Like I said, don't judge me because it's not nowhere near ready yet and as organized as I want it to be, but I'm working on it. And like I said, when you are in your first place, it's going to take time. Like I thought I was gonna like be able to have everything already spick and spam the way that I want it to be, decorated the way I want it to be, and it's like I've been here since February and I still have like decor ideas that I need to execute. So don't judge, but I'm gonna show you my closet anyways so that you can see what the space is looking like and like kind of give you my vision as well. My boots are at the very top and I always imagine like having a walk-in closet and I'm like, you know, before I want to have a closet by myself before I get married, have kids and all that and life moves on. I want to be able to have a closet just all to myself. And so this is what I have here. So my boots are always at the top. And then I have more boots here. And I also have a really funny story. And I honestly have a very funny story about this closet. So this right here came down at one point. And I was literally in my bed and I just heard this like big thump. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And so I literally was like, what just happened? And so I opened up the closet and all of this, I lied to y'all not, all of this came tumbling down. Literally down on the ground, everything, it looked like literally like a mudslide, like just came down of clothes. And I had to talk to like maintenance and everything and they were like, oh, you know, you only can have like a certain amount of pounds here on the actual rack. And nobody told me that. So I was like, okay, I'm just a girl. And I was like, okay, so let me see what I can do. And so of course I like took the heavier jackets off and put them under my bed into storage and all of that. But now I gotta transition my closet again because obviously the season has changed. And so that's another thing that I need to work on. But yeah, that's a little funny story. This thing cannot hold that much. But it holds what I need. I have like, you know, my shirts over here. And then as you can see here, I got this idea from my favorite influencer, Sai Silva. And I'll leave her handle at the bottom. She goes by Scout the City on Instagram and TikTok and all that jazz. You go to like the salon and they have like racks of the nail polishes. That's exactly like pretty much what this is. And so this is what it was inspired by, because that's what she uses. And so I used it for some of my sunglasses, and I also have some sunglasses down there as well that I'll show you. But this is what it looks like. This is like my lounge wear that I need to desperately go through. And then need to organize all of this, but I'm not going to do this until I'm ready to fully transition my closet, which needs to be like right now. But I'm going to work on it little by little because it can be kind of overwhelming. And then over here, I don't know why I have my off-white belt here and these other two belts, but I try to keep my belts on this side right here. So like I said, more pants here that I need to figure out how I'm going to organize them. I have more belts. Sorry, I don't know why I say belts, but I have more bags here as well. And then boots, there's Uggs up there, and my hunter boots for when it rains like crazy, and then other boots there as well. And then, yeah, so like I said, it looks a little messy right now, but trust me, over time, as I organize and purge, this is gonna look a lot better. Jewelry here and here as well. And then I also keep them in the, you know, carriers that I like travel with too. So I kind of need to organize that a little bit more, but I try to keep my earrings in their pairs so that I don't, you know, so I don't lose them. And then more things here. And then down here, I have my glasses, even more glasses. So some of them are in their actual cases, and then I have some out here. You open the door, you're back in my room again. And that is what my apartment looks like as of right now. I hope that you like this video. Let me know in the comments what you think, as well as any questions that you might have. And yeah, that is where my life is today, and I look forward to continuing to share my journey of making this place mine, making it Christians. And so and hopefully being able to encourage and to inspire you to make your place exactly you, so that when somebody comes in your place, they're like, this looks like you. That's the goal. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I gotta go, and I will talk to you later. Bye.